So what if I told you that there was a foundation that was made of pure pigment? And with it, you could customize the level of coverage that you get. You can use it alone or add it into your existing foundation routine. It's made for all skin types, and with it, you get the most amazing, flawless finish. It sounds too good to be true, but it's not. Today, I'm going to share with you my first impressions on the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I am doing this first impressions video, my first impressions video on the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. These were just recently launched. I picked mine up at Sephora. These cost $44. So because the VIB sale is going on for a few more days, good time to pick this guy up because, so what did I get off of this? $6 something, I think. So from $44 down to $37, $38. But these were intended to customize your coverage. You literally need, depending on how much coverage you need and what you're actually mixing this with, you can put it with a tinted moisturizer, a BB cream. You can mix it in with an existing foundation that maybe you just need a little bit more coverage out of. These are also really good because I got two different shades. One, while I'm still a little bit lighter as far as my skin tone goes because I am self-tanning. And I got one for once we get into July, August, and I'm pretty dark in the summertime. So you can actually use these to pop a drop or two in if you want to change the color of an existing foundation to get you a better color match. But like I said, the reason that these were made and what they're actually intended for is to customize the coverage that you want to get out of whatever you're applying to your face. So I am actually going to use this by itself. I really don't want to mix it with anything. So because I don't want a mask on, I'm just going to use 2 drops just to kind of even out my skin tone. The color that I selected, I think, is N35. So the shade range that these come in, the N's obviously are for neutral, the G's are for golden, and I can't remember what the other one, I think it's P maybe for pink, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to use my Morphe G6 brush to apply. Now, this is intense. I haven't used this before, but I do know I swatched these on my hand while I was at Sephora, and I could not believe the coverage that I got out of this. So I am barely applying anything to my brush. The other thing that I really like about this, now I'm going to put just a little bit more. I'm going to go over this area over here maybe twice, just because that's still my problem area. So we'll see if I need to conceal. Wow, I am thoroughly impressed because it has such a skin-like quality to it. It doesn't look like I'm even wearing foundation, yet it's just evened everything out. So it looks really, really natural. The reason that I got neutral, because I do have more of a yellowish undertone to my skin, but the reason that I got N35 was when I swatched them inside Sephora, the golden that would have been the right number for me, they didn't have in my Sephora, which would have been a G40. G30 was a little bit too light, and they didn't have a 35 in golden, but they did have a 35 in neutral. So that's why I got a neutral instead of a golden, because typically I would get something with more of a, let me just make sure I don't have any, I can't imagine that I would have any lines, because this, like I said, it looks, this gives me the most natural look. Now, I could probably, I don't need to. I say I could probably go over it with a second coat just to see if it gets cakey or, but I don't need to. I'm really impressed, guys. Overall, I have to say, my first impression of this foundation is it is absolutely amazing. I have, even my Urban Decay Naked Skin, what are other serum-like foundations that I have? Regardless, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and then I will be back to show you full face what this looks like, and then I'll take you with me throughout the day. Once I'm done getting ready, I'm going to head out. We're doing some mother-daughter retail therapy and such kind of day. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so rest of the makeup is on. Again, I am really liking this foundation. Everything looks very even. Like I said, I only did 2 drops, so we're not talking a full intense coverage where, like, I can still see a little bit of my scarring, but for the most part, like I said, everything is evened out. It doesn't look like I have tons of foundation on, and I tried to go pretty natural with the rest of my makeup. However, with this light, like I said, it's going to be trial and error. I feel like it makes me look really washed out, so I tried to warm up my face just a little bit. But it is now almost 2 o'clock. So I'm heading out, do a little shopping, maybe, and do a little lunch. And I will be checking in with you guys periodically throughout the day. And then I'll do a final check-in here later on this evening. I'm going to try and get this a full 8 hours of wear. It's only been about an hour since I put the foundation on. So, like I said, I'll try and give it a full 8 hours, and I will let you guys know how it goes. Okay, guys, so it's about 3:05. So foundation has been on for just about 2 hours. And I have to say, now remember, we didn't do crazy full coverage, but it looks pretty good. I am really loving this. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a daily use type foundation, whether I'm using it alone or putting it in with something else. But this looks phenomenal. I'm enjoying it. All right, now I'm gonna stop looking like a crazy person looking at my phone and talking to it in a Sheetz parking lot. Okay guys, so it is officially 8:27 p.m. I've had this foundation on now for just about 7.5 hours, and let me grab my mirror. I must say, I am over the moon. Over the moon. The only thing I have touched on my face is my lips, because I had dinner, and yeah, that's it. So I ran a couple of errands today, like I said, did a little shopping, but this foundation has held up amazingly. Like, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can still see the, you know, bronzer that I have on and my blush. I'm not overly shiny. I have a little bit of shine going on. Nothing is breaking up on me. So like I said, because I didn't do anything crazy with coverage today, you can still see, you know, some imperfections on my face, but I didn't want to go with a full super coverage. I am probably going to do another video though, maybe in a get ready with me or something like that, and show you guys what this would look like as a super max full coverage foundation. But like I said, it's 8:30. I'm going to try and go maybe another 2 hours or so before I wash my face for the night. So on my final check-in, I will share with you my final thoughts of the day, and that will be that. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, so this is our final check-in for the evening. It is 11:02. I usually don't ever have my makeup on this long, but nonetheless, I am in love with this foundation. This is a product that is for everybody. It's for everybody. Whether you need sheer coverage or full coverage or medium coverage, you have the ability to customize that. With only 2 drops today, no primer, the fact that I have not touched up once, no powder, no nothing. So I might be looking a little shiny, you know, forehead and T-zone area, but so the pros on this first impression are, it's customizable. You can use it any way you want to, with anything you want to, and it lasts beautifully all day. It gives you a flawless natural finish. It gives you a flawless full coverage finish. It didn't break up on me throughout the day. It kept my face products on. Like I said, no primer. So my bronzer, my blush, everything is still there. As far as cons, there aren't many. The price, like I said, at $44, the fact that this bottle is only 0.5 fluid ounces, which is significantly less than what you would typically get in a bottle of foundation. But because you need such minimal product, regardless of, you know, so they say 2 drops if you're doing minimal coverage, 4 drops if you're doing more of a full coverage. I think that's probably why there's such a small amount in this bottle. If you're able to pick up this foundation here within the next couple of days, it's Sunday night. The VIB Rouge sale ends Tuesday. I think when Sephora would close on Tuesday. So you can order it online if you can't find it inside Sephora locations. The shade ranges, like I said, that would definitely be it could be a pro or a con. Like I said, I went in looking for more of a yellow or golden tone, but the shade number that I needed to match me, they did not have a 35 in the golden. They had 40 was the next step, but they didn't have it in my Sephora. So that's why in the lighter shade that I got neutral 35. And I also did get another darker shade so that whenever I am when we're towards the end of summer, I can still use this and it won't make me look too pale. As far as application, this is a foundation I would definitely recommend applying with a brush, simply because a beauty blender would most likely suck up the majority of your product, so you probably wouldn't get as good of an application as far as coverage goes, plus it would use up a lot of your product. I use the Morphe G6 brush, which is one of my favorite brushes to use to apply liquid foundations, so that would be a recommendation as far as application goes. So that is it, guys. Those are my final thoughts. I hope this was helpful to some of you guys out there that might be interested in this kind of foundation. Like I said, at this price point, it's definitely something you want to take into consideration, because $44 for a foundation is a lot of money. But because of, like I said, how long this bottle would most likely last you, I think it's definitely worth it. If nothing else, try it for yourself. Go inside Sephora,
have them put, you know, maybe 10, 15 drops into one of the little sample bottles, their little sample pods for you. Take it home and try it yourself, because I can't imagine that there would be anybody out there who would not like this foundation. My skin tends to be more on the dry side, sometimes normal, but even for people with oily skin, because of the finish this leaves, even with a light application of powder to set it, this would be an amazing foundation for you as well. So I hope you guys found this first impression video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.